Stay tuned for the world's most relevant newscast, broadcasting from your very own Valemount, British Columbia. I present to you a program that is both mind-blowing and culturally rich. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Valemount Live.
Good evening, Valemount. My name's Andru McCracken, and welcome to this week's episode of Valemount Live. Coming to you live from Valemount. Great show for you tonight. All newsy stuff this week. None of that namby-pamby community stuff that we usually do. This is just straight news. So we're going to have the results of the fishing derby, where we actually see all of the people who got awards that we could figure. Each and every one of them. No kidding. So just straight news. We also have really big news with Charles Jones. Other fantastic stuff. Raghu Lokanathan joins us after so long. We have a monumental experiment with Mentos and Diet Coke. You all know the drill, so that'll be fantastic. We have another song by Mama-Guroove. We are mining, of course, the treasure trove that is the Robson Valley Music Festival. And we have a unique little science experiment that we've done in-house with some special scientists who came to visit Valemount. So thanks so much for tuning in, and let's start by checking out that amazing Valemount Marina Association Fishing Derby 2011.
Coming out, making our 30th anniversary a success. We really enjoyed having everyone here, and it's been a great weekend for everybody, I
What kind of fish is that?
Burbot, or other, you could call it lingcod too.
And what are you going to do with them?
Take them home and then fillet them and then eat them.
How did you catch that thing? That's not the usual way.
On a trap. This guy weighs 5 pounds, and yesterday I caught one that weighs 6.5.
Yeah, it's a family thing. They really just give away prizes for the different things in different age groups, that sort of thing.
What do you hope to win? Out of all the stuff that they have?
Biggest kokanee. I got a 14 kilogram kokanee. I usually come down here every week, but my grandparents aren't the caretakers anymore, so.
Abigail Reed at 760 grams. Good job. Okay, 7 to 12.
You're only allowed one.
Boy, that was 2,830.
No. Probably has three.
Darian Griffin at 7. Largest kokanee trophy and a rod and reel by Mickelson Investments Limited goes to Doreen Vanap. Okay, the largest fish is a keeper trophy and another one to take home in memory of Ray Brown, donated by the Marina Association, and it's Pat Bennett.
That was fantastic. Just amazing. Good fishing. Really, congratulations to the Valemount Marina Association for an excellent festival. I was told that there was as many people as had ever come, unofficial results, but and they also caught, you know, as the man said during the Derby, caught one of the biggest fish species of kokanee that have been caught in a long time. Very heavy fish, very big, probably about that wide, and probably I don't know, 2 pounds. Huge. So good job, Valemount Marina Association. Moving along, up next, really big news with Charles Jones. Charles is a scholar from Forest Grove. He sometimes joins us to enlighten us as to the news of the world. So not just what's happening in Valemount, but the whole world, the whole globe. And of course, his correspondents, Johnny Doe and DZB Diebelbrox. Fantastic. Here's Charles now.
Hi, I'm Charles Jones, and welcome to really big news from everywhere. This week, all that glitters isn't gold. Johnny Doe reports on the 2014 Winter Olympics in Sochi and the best of pan-galactic sports with DAZ Bibelbrox. But first, Jules Verne may have had it right when he wrote the book Journey to the Center of the Earth. Underground passages, subterranean rivers, and vast oceans deep below our feet. Oil companies drilling deep wells in the Amazon basin have mapped out a massive river that is flowing the same direction as the Amazon, except it is 4 kilometers down. Could other rivers, waterways, lakes, even oceans be underlined with another below? Turtles, all the way down. One scientist was overheard saying when he heard the news of the new river. The challenge is to find ways to dam and foul these new-found waterways, says another expert. Now, to our eyewitness on the ground, Johnny Doe. Johnny?
I can dress however.
This spring in Toronto, Canada, at York University, Constable Mike Sanguinetti said, women should avoid dressing like sluts in order not to be victimized.
You should be able to dress however you want to. It doesn't give I want to.
Cleavage is not consent, said one young lady. And just because I show some leg doesn't give a man the right to rape me, says another.
Absolutely.
These women in Kazakhstan are taking back civilization, one dusty street at a time. I'm Johnny Doe for Really Big News and DCTV. Thanks, Johnny. Well, the surge in gold prices has not blinded the judgment of the good people in the village of Rosea, Montana. Canadian mining company Gabriel Resources is planning on using cyanide to extract gold from a proposed mine near Rosea, Montana, Romania. The government, archaeologists, historians, and environmentalists all agree that the beauty of their land is more important than making a fast buck. The company has been waiting for approval for a few years now and may have to wait a few more. Of course, if this massive reserve of gold, some 300 tons of it, is not dug up, it'll just help keep the price of gold up. Well, that's all the really big news for now. But stay tuned for the best of Pan-Galactic Sports with DAZ Bibelbrox. Pan-Galactic Sports. In the ICC World Cup of Cricket, Shane Watson hit the longest six of the tournament against Canada because there are no stoners in BC.
The World Cup of Cricket current standings are... And that is what happened in the world of sport.
And just more of the great objective journalism we've come to expect from Charles Jones. Thank you, Charles Jones, for that report. And to DAZ Bibelbrock, as well as the reporter who reports for them. Johnny Doe. Fantastic work, Johnny Doe. So we were looking through the reams of footage that we got from the music festival a couple weekends ago. Of course, this is a giant cultural event, super important and super amazing, and it features all of the people that we really have come to love and adore, and hate too. And at any rate, we went through and found some more amazing footage. Here is a song by Raghu Lokanathan.
Stained glass goes through all the colors, the hungry eyes go through the channels. 100 times, just the usual, never satisfy. Look out, the endless, bloody loose rebellion, just one enemy, one companion. It makes no sense. Is it something right between his eyes? Unholy, unholy, unholy. The wind blows fierce, the windows rattle, a shimmery wedge between the panels. Worked wild and gave way and slipped between the panes, and now our guests all lie awake and wonder if that is the sound of thunder. When lightning strikes, the finger writes one letter on the ground. Unholy, unholy, unholy. Old withered grandma mischief mutters, no one spares a clock for me. 100 years ago, they love me, now I'm in therapy. Each night I go and see the animal circus where the whips apply the purpose. It's fear below, fear above, I threw a hoop in flames. Unholy, unholy, unholy. Midnight lands, a final strike, the thinnest slice, the meanest eye. The iron spike holds up the globe and spins it from inside. It draws a map, it's drawn since the beginning, act by act and inning by inning. For war if you like, time keeps winning, why do you even try? Unholy, unholy, unholy. The milk takes care of the red and the purple, the old lady climbs up turtle by turtle. Unholy.
Fantastic. I'm pretty sure that was sacrilegious. Unholy. What kind of song is that? Ragu. Disappointing us again. All right. So everybody's heard of this amazing experiment with, it's so often done. Diet Coke, Mentos. So we put our two best scientists on it. Scientist Coulter Einstein and Zachary Schneiderhoff and Shiroff Zachary Heidegger, because he talks like Heidegger. So anyways, we put these two guys on it, and they were going to amaze a series of, we had some grad students here in come to Valemount to do some collective research together. So the grad students got together with Coulter Einstein and Zachary Heidegger, and the two of them came up with this amazing presentation, a little variation on the Mentos and Diet Coke program.
Hopefully, if you're going to be rude, you can be outside. Not that though. You can go.
That was so cool.
You should hold on.
did you think of the science experiment? That reminds me of our volcanoes.
Fantastic. That was amazing. So great work on the whole. If you want to make a great explosion, use Mentos and Diet Coke. If you want to make a mediocre, say smallish explosion, use Scotch Mints and Diet Pepsi. So we're pioneering for that. We're going to put that on YouTube and make sure everybody knows how to get that done. Good work, Zachary and Coulter. Fantastic. And the kids were very pleased, clearly. Good thing they wore the plastic garbage bags on their bodies to protect them. Okay, a little bit of real local news now. Earlier in the day, the food bank, Len and Dorothy Jones, and a little contingent were hunting around for new places for the food bank. As many of you know, they were recently evicted from Northern Health, from the health unit, and given 2 days' notice, and their sorry butts were set on the road with 2 giant deep freezes, several fridges, and of course all of their food supplies. At any rate, they actually approached council and were graciously given some space by Bobby Rowe at who made an executive decision at the seniors, the Golden Years Lodge, and found some place in the basement. However, unfortunately, things have deteriorated because some squirrels have got into their food supplies. So now their food supplies are being compromised, and they don't have a place to do their business or operate to run the food bank, and their food, the donated food, is being used up, affected. So, if you know of a location, a ground floor location in Valemount that's currently unoccupied, it would be great. It would be great if you could get in touch with Len and Dorothy Jones at the food bank, in the book under Len Jones. So their plight is pretty severe. They need a place rather badly, and I think that they could get away with the place for 2 months. Now, of course, real estate right now in Valemount being what it is, it's completely booked up. No room at the inn. It's like Christmas time around here, and every venue has got a place. So, I mean, totally understand that they're in a tough spot right now, given prices and given the situation around real estate. But surely, somebody has a ground floor location that these people can relocate to. One might consider the former Nor classroom, VLC. It would be interesting to see council take some quick action on this, perhaps if they were in a position to, if they had any of their real estate holdings came vacant for any time at all. If they would put the food bank up, that would be fantastic. But if you know of that any other place that's currently vacant and could serve the food bank, that would be really fantastic. It's a great group, and they spend their energy running the food bank. They don't need to spend their energy looking for a place to run it out of. So hopefully as a community we can come together and find a solution for them, and just, even though it seems impossible because we're all booked up, to try to find some vacant real estate, so a vacant place that they can use. In other news, I already talked about the fishing derby. That was really huge news. We spoke about the Mentos experimental research. The other thing, council, it's municipal elections coming up. Have you considered running for municipal politics? Perhaps it's time you have. November rolls around again, and it's been 3 years with the current council, and that's why we live in basically a complete utopia. But some of those people are getting ready to move on, having fixed everything with Valemount, and we need people just to maintain the status quo, just to keep Valemount as the best place to live in British Columbia, with the most jobs, the least vacancy, and the just a wonderful place to live. It is a wonderful place to live, and with you as councillor, it might even be more wonderful. So sign up, and we'll vote for you. Well, we may or may not, but some people will. Close friends for sure will. Moving along then, the next thing that we've got to show you is another song from the Rodson Valley Music Fest, because we do a lot of news digging around here, and we came up with this. This is another news-related item. Mama-Guroove performing at the Robson Valley Music Festival 2011. Let's see it.
Going the figure, where we go out back heads off. Will, please, stop.
was sweet.
All the latest breaking news right here in Valemount. Anything that's newsworthy, we report. We're on it first, as you can see. Further to that, more scientists in town. Zachary Heidegger on his tour here from Germany. His other project was the development of a camera crane. And so he and his assistant, Andru Hegel, are here, and you can see some of their experiments and their work, and you can, it may seem strange at first, but watch to the end because there's something neat there that happens. So what you're going to see is the assembly of this crane. It's kind of like a cannon in a way. That'll make people watch. It's like a cannon, it's like a big gun. And we put it together, and then you'll see us put it together in high speed, and then you'll see us use it, and then you're going to see the footage that we got from that and what we did with that footage. All right, here we go. Yeah, this is going to be exciting.
Hi, I'm Zachary Schneider, and welcome to DCTV Studios.
Wow. So basically, what Heidegger did was he created an anomaly which put the Earth spinning on top of VCTV Studios. Valemount, sorry about the audio programs earlier in the show. I assure you that there will be many more opportunities to watch the show with the full audio. We did have it recorded, but it just wasn't being broadcast. Sorry, thank you for calling in with that. Excellent. And you'll be able to see that broadcast tomorrow at 7 o'clock would be the first opportunity to check that out. Actually, tomorrow at 1 o'clock is the first opportunity, and it'll also be on at 7 p.m. So check that out, because what we said there was really important and really funny. Don't take my word for it. Watch it. Okay, so there's some upcoming events in Valemount, and on Saturday, there is going to be a poker ride with the local Saddle and Wagon Club. Contact Riette. Look in the papers for contact info for her. Riette Kenkel is running that, and there may be time for you to get involved and play poker on horseback. And you'll probably get the opportunity to shoot somebody too, so that should be excellent. There's a history tour of Lucerne. Lucerne is a little community that used to be in the Yellowhead area in between Jasper and Valemount. And some say it's, it's just, we're going to go there to take a look at what Valemount looks like in 2020. No, I'm just kidding. No. McBride. We're going to see what McBride looks like in 2020. Because, of course, McBride, it is a nice town. But, of course, as Valemount blossoms, like, is anybody going to continue to live in McBride? Like, really? Can you expect that? Do you think that that's going to happen? No. People aren't going to live there. And it's going to look like Lucerne. So 2020 vision, it's called A History Tour of Lucerne, Vision of McBride 2020. Sort of digging myself out a hole here by making fun of McBride, as you may be able to tell. All right, on Monday night, this is the biggest, most important thing. This is real news, actual real news. So Andreas Tony and Raphael Jamin are going to be conducting public input sessions on the bike park for 5 Mile Hill. Now, this is September 12th. It's at the Gathering Tree at 7 o'clock, and they want to consult the public and see what people think about having a bike park down a mountain. You know, if you've got kids and they've got bikes, why would you not want them to scream down the edge of a mountain? It's perfect. It's good for everybody, because you know how rarely our ambulance people get calls? Really? No. Okay, sorry. That's wrong. No, I think it's a great project. I'm in favor of it. I think those kind of accidents teach kids to be strong, and it makes them healthier and wiser later on. No, the bike park is a great idea. Andreas Tony is doing great work. I hope this community can support that project in a full way. Of course, if you've got any concerns about the bike park, it's a great time to bring them up, and it's early planning stages, so you can work around that and be proactive and be a community that does these projects right. Not fantastic? What a great town we live in. It's amazing. Okay, and Lucerne. Okay, so the Vision 2020 of McBride in Lucerne, that's not what it's called. I'm sorry. So the Lucerne History Tour is put on by the Valemount Museum. They're a real organization, Valemount Area Museum. And they're doing this history tour, and it's going to happen on Sunday. It's going to happen this Sunday. To be a part of it, you go to the museum at 10 a.m. and you get on a shuttle, and it's free. And they will take you to Lucerne, and it'll be fantastic. And just forget everything I said about McBride Vision 2020, because that's really offensive. And I'm sure that's going to get us in trouble with the museum and, you know, ratepayers and everybody. Probably council too. Have a great night. It's been a pleasure being your host. Come back again. And the next time we'll have audio for you. One additional note. Hang on, everybody. Now, I know you may not have thought about it, but it might be time to consider entering the Mount Robson Marathon. Now, I know you haven't had a chance to go out and walk all summer, but give it a shot. You know, just run a marathon. Who knows? They've even got a half marathon. That's got to be easy. But anyways, the marathon is happening this Saturday, and if you're enrolled in the full one, you probably haven't given it any thought since you signed up ages ago. It starts at 7:30, just so you remember that. Full marathon, 7:30. I really highly suggest you do it. Now, if you're one of the minority of Valemount who are not completely fit and trained and ready to do the marathon, I would suggest just showing up towards the finish, and you can see maybe some of the local people pull across the finish line at about what time would you guess, Lorelei? 12:30. Holy smokes. Yeah. 12:30. That's amazing. So just, you know, get out of bed at about 11:30, kind of roll into Mount Robson about 12:15, and then you can see these people who didn't have the kind of Saturday morning that you had. It'll be excellent. Okay, tune in next week or later in the week to hear the first part of the show with audio. Good night! Good night.
She cries, I don't care about anyone, and I don't love you. It's such a sad state of affairs. You can't break her heart and set her free. Close our eyes and there's nothing to see. The sign on the street reads love, but you won't see it. I'm praying for you up above, but you won't feel it. I'm praying, oh, let down your love, let down your love. The beauty gone. She says I just don't feel in it anymore. Trash can romance taking up my time, 'cause it's easier to find. Trash can romance taking up my time.